Hey, hi, hello. What are you up to? This is the Aloha Broha podcast. I am one of your hosts, John Cozy, and with me, as always, is Science Ben.
What up?
And Sheiks.
Hello.
And Decibel Grand. Well, he's not here all the time, but he's actually our guest today.
What's up,
man? How are you doing?
I'm living life. I'm on vacation right now, so I'm having a blast.
Welcome back. Welcome back. You guys just did an awesome show on Friday.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Decibel Grand is the second best MC in the hip hop group known as the Horror Show, with Titterbyte being the first, obviously, who's also our DJ. And we're.
I gotta compliment you on that. You. Wow, yeah, that was really
Screaming
high.
in my ear, Jesus.
I gotta compliment you on
The
that
weed
because
whacker's not here anymore.
You backtracked real quick from trying to make yourself the best to like I need to figure out someone else who's technically a part of horror show that I can say is better because I don't
thought
think
it would
I'm
have been
good.
funnier if I said Rihanna.
It was well played. I'm gonna give it a golf clap.
Oh yeah, thank you, man.
Golf clap.
Thank you, man. See, I'm learning this comedy thing
There you
slowly
go.
but
There you
steadily.
go.
But yeah, for those who don't know, Decibel Grand is, of course, 1/3. It's the third leg, if you will,
The dick.
of the Hawaii-based hip-hop group. Well, now Hawaii/Portland or Oregon-based hip-hop group, The Horror Show.
It's a giant third leg.
It's a
Have you
big
seen
dude,
the
man.
size of him? He's fucking huge.
Yeah, man. He just recently, not recently. How long has it been since you've been out in the Northwest, man?
It'll be a year next month. I moved
A
out
year?
a
Dang.
week before Christmas. It was a very lonely Christmas.
I was gonna say the last time I saw you was in Cozy's garage when you guys were laying down some tracks.
And you were filming us
yeah.
with the GoPro on the
Yeah.
treadmill.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can actually, in the unedited version of our song, "The Captain," you can hear them talking in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did amazing on Friday.
It was a lot
You
of
guys,
fun.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it was
so,
a good time.
Yeah, this past Friday we opened up. Well, kind of opened up, I guess, because we went on in the middle of the
Perfect time slot.
Mr. Carmack show at the Republic, as well as the selection cats like Joe K, Hooligan,
Luckin.
all those LA cats were rocking out at the Republic, and we got sandwiched in between all of them.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure for us to perform that night. Yeah,
There was. I mean, it's like, because we didn't perform together for so long.
yeah.
And I think we had like a pretty good following before I moved out. So I kind of left at a bad time, but the show was fun.
Oh yeah.
Before the show, a lot of like people that I was hanging out with, a lot of MCs, they're very excited because you live in Oregon now, and Cozy's here. It's just like, man, he's just gonna come out. Are they gonna even rehearse? And I was like, dog, I don't even know. I was like,
we rehearsed that day and that morning, like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
drunk as fuck.
We practiced like 7 times, fucked it up 7 times.
get back up 8, right? Like, just fucking do it. Ben, what did you do this weekend?
I played. Well, we made characters for a new pen and paper RPG. That's what I did Friday night because I couldn't get into the concert because I don't have money.
Yeah, my bad, dude.
we had a guest list.
No,
The guest list was the guest list was real tiny, and I didn't want to. Like, I was gonna, if I did come, it would have been really fucking late when I got there anyway. So it was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna let them. I'm not even gonna try and like beg for one of their plus ones.
Yeah. Dude, I even got busted. Like, I got busted for like having a professional camera. A professional camera, really. My camera's like entry level. DSLR, you know what I'm saying?
Which something reminds me. I actually meant to tell you this before we got on the podcast, but I have some news. I'm just gonna say on the podcast. I'm not gonna mention any numbers, but me and Shane were in negotiations with a comedian to come out here.
Yeah.
And we found out that BAMP way overbid us. Like, they went in and like we had a really good deal that would have worked perfectly.
Is it Hannibal?
Yeah. And BAMP came in and dropped a fuck ton of money on it.
Wow.
And so they took Hannibal, but what we ended up realizing is like, oh, they did that to try and like smother us with money so that we'll stop doing it. The thing is, like, they don't realize that we're not making money doing this. Like, this isn't, that's not the reason we're doing this. Like, they're doing it to try and make money.
Yeah,
So, like, every time that they poach a comedian from us,
Yeah.
they're going to lose money on that show.
Yeah. Did they know that you were going for him?
Yeah, they dropped a lot of money to make sure that Hannibal went with them instead of with us.
Oh, I
You just
see.
start like bidding more. So
No, we don't have the money to do that.
Oh well, I mean, like just play roulette, like bid more, and then have
Well, that's
them
the thing.
outbid it, so
Well,
they
see-
spend more money. Because
Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean,
'Cause
we could try and take that chance, but that would be really risky on our part because, like,
they
listen,
say,
we don't
yeah.
have the money to back that claim.
never mind.
Just joking.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Not especially, we're not going to back out on doing a show for Hannibal fucking Buress, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
So no, but like we just like we found out that we made them spend a lot of money to not have us do that show, and so like
at least
like we're looking at it and like realistically, there's no way they're gonna make a good show and make their money back. Like one of the things that they're doing to try and make their money back is because they own the bar at Republic.
Yeah.
They're opening the doors at 6 when the show doesn't start till 8.
Goddamn.
So it's gonna be a drunk as fuck show.
Yeah.
Like everyone in the audience is gonna be so goddamn plastered, and it's gonna be a bad show.
Really?
I'm willing to bet. Like if people
Mark his words.
if people are drinking as hardcore as I think they're going to be drinking before a Hannibal Buress show,
Yeah.
he's gonna rag on the fucking audience, and he's probably gonna be kind of pissed at Bam for letting everyone get that fucking drunk before a comedy show. Because I've heard a lot of comedians talk about how it sucks to perform in front of a
'Cause it's
really
part
just
of their-
a really fucked up drunk audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the performance. You know what I mean? They have to get the vibe of the crowd too.
Yeah.
And they have to talk to
Well,
them.
and,
So if
and
they're
part
all
of
fucked
it,
up.
yeah, and part of it is like the crowd needs to actually be able to pay attention to the comedian.
Right, correct. Right.
And so there's going to be several drunk hecklers. This is just what I'm guessing. I'm predicting there's going to be several people that Hannibal has to like put in their place while they're fucking drunk heckling him.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to bet someone gets fucking ejected from the fucking
Wow.
from the show. I don't know, but they're doing that. They're opening the doors 2 hours fucking early. So if you're a friend of the show and you're going to the Hannibal Buress show, please feel free to go. I'm not telling you don't, because that's a wonderful comedian. You definitely need to go see him, but don't show up till like 30 minutes before. Don't fucking help Bam shut out the local culture and local scene here.
Yeah, man. At least you're on their radar, so I guess that says something about the quality
Yeah.
of your
Well,
guys' shows.
they've stolen stolen people from us before,
Oh,
but this is
really?
the first time that we found out that they are pretty much guaranteed to lose money doing it. Like they dropped a lot of money to make sure we didn't get him. So I'm willing to bet that they're not going to make that money back. And if they want to keep losing money to try and take clients from or to try and take comedians from us, me and Shane are like, yeah, go ahead. You feel free to keep doing these shows. You're going to just keep losing money because it doesn't hurt us.
Yeah.
Like we're losing money whenever we do a show anyway. That's how we kind of set this whole thing up.
Yeah.
So we're doing it to make connections, not to make money.
Yeah. You guys are still doing your guys' thing.
Exactly, and we still got shows going on. People are coming. The tickets are selling.
Yeah.
They need to be selling more, so go buy tickets, squadup.com.
Yep, go check that out. And speaking of like the local scenes and shit, shouts to Selection for allowing us to go in the middle of their show. You know what I'm saying? Because Rihanna, our DJ, had to fucking fight for us to keep that spot because that's the way we were scheduled to go on. And I guess because they didn't know who we were, they were kind of questioning, like they were trying to have us go on like a little earlier or even just open.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Rihanna kind of like fought tooth and nail for us to be able to go. And then we got a cosign from Mr. Carmack, who was the headliner, so I guess he got the last say. And he's actually friends with them. So he kind of like co-signed
that's always
us.
great is when is when like the people who are coming in like really help and support the local scene.
Yeah. So it's cool.
That's what helps make people better and whatnot. And that's a sign of I think of a really good and high level artist.
Right. Yeah, earlier that day when Rihanna was like going back and forth with the dude, I had that like rapper ego just get out of control. I was like, no, fuck that, man. Fuck that, yo.
Not only that, it's your guy. Technically, it's they're coming here. They should at least open up for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being lenient with you guys, it's all that shit.
Yeah, but I guess they have a certain way they do their show, and they
Yeah.
didn't really well, they don't know us, so they didn't know like our the way we can perform. You know what I'm saying? Like
And you got to think too. There was 4 selection acts, right?
Yeah.
The way they were explaining it was like they had this groove and how each one would just flow into the next one. You know. So I mean, I can understand why they didn't want to separate it or whatever, but
Yeah.
still a good show regardless.
Oh, yeah, we
it
killed
was
it,
a
man.
very good show. If you guys go on Greenleaf, check. There's some videos where you can hear me screaming.
Yeah, I was gonna say all the videos that I saw and all the reviews that I heard said that was a really good fun show.
Yeah.
So
Like I was really,
Good job, you
I was
guys.
really worried that nobody was gonna fuck with us, man.
There
I
were
was so self-conscious.
Because I see a lot of Republic shows and like I see the openers go up and then I don't see any crowd participation and like it's fair. It's because like they don't know the people, and then that's not why they went there.
Yeah.
So I mean that was always in the back of my mind and I was worried about it, but. As
Also,
soon
I
as we
think,
did the first song, I was like, "Fuck it."
yeah. Also, I
We
think
got
it's because we weren't we're really opening. We're in the middle, so everybody's already got the vibe.
Yeah.
It's not like people just trickling in. It's people that have been in there and they've already been drinking.
Yeah.
They're on one and they're already having a good time. So when you bring that kind of energy to a crowd like that, they get really into it.
So maybe
You know what
we're
I'm
not really good. We just
Well, no.
you just rode the wave.
No,
Yeah, well,
you guys.
we compliment the wave. I think you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because like the set that we had planned out, wouldn't have worked at like a 8:00 spot.
no way.
Cause like fucking people are just walking in and we're going. It's like when opening DJs try to play like their headliners.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like that. So our set was more of a
The energy needs to build. It's not.
Yeah.
You guys are set was set up for an energy already up there.
Oh
Yeah.
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 That's
Our
the
set
kind of.
Our set was sex, not foreplay.
Well
No.
put. That's like a great analogy.
We were the insertion, and Carmack was the ejaculation.
oh dude, he ejaculated all over that crowd, man. I'm just sad that I fucking slept through most of his set backstage. I was like sitting on top of like these like, equipment boxes because he actually invited a bunch of local performers to
Yes, he did.
to rock out during his set because a lot of us have made beats or have made music over his beats. So he invited like Marianne Ito.
Yeah.
Rob Mizzo's there.
Oh yeah, I heard
Rob
Rob. That's when I
Mizzo.
was sleeping. I was sleeping, but I was like, yo, that sounds like Rob.
Yeah, Rob Mizzo definitely showed out.
Yeah,
For that,
and Rucka, who's a part of our crew, and then us.
Workhouse.
But yeah, but I was told that we should be like waiting on the side during his set, so I went there, and then I guess he was just gonna play first,
Yeah.
and I just ended up sitting on there and falling asleep like twice.
You got up on stage and you're like, "What's up, everybody?" Like, you got up on stage, and
when
you
Carmack was playing.
yeah, like no, when everybody was performing, when you finally got on stage, because I was wondering where you were, and you just ran across the stage, and you were like, "What's good, everybody?" And I was like, "Cozy's fucking having
real?
a good
Dude, you
time."
were all over the
I
place.
said that.
You had the
Yeah.
mic and you ran,
So-
and you're like,
Oh my
"What's
God, I don't
Cozy,
remember that.
The real reason that we're having this podcast is this is actually an intervention. We think that your drinking has gotten a little out of hand.
You've got a problem, man.
I saw everybody in the back, okay? And then Rucka was performing and you were out there and I was just kind of watching and then I heard him play the beat, our beat.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Just grabbed whatever mic I could and then ran
I
off
was in
stage.
the back and I just seen him run. What's up, everybody? And he was smiling. I was like, Cozy's feeling so good. He wasn't just like,
I don't even remember saying, what's up, everybody?
Like, you're-
I thought I just rapped.
No.
Was it good, though? I don't
yeah, it
remember.
was good.
Okay.
It was such a cozy thing to do.
I know, I did run across on stage, though. I just came
And
out
your
of nowhere.
face, you were running and your face was faced towards the audience, and you were just like, "What's up, everybody?" And you repeated it like 3 times. It was something like that along the lines.
No
it might
fucking
have-
way. Because I
What's
don't
up,
remember
everybody? What's up, everybody?
No fucking way.
It's multiple times.
Oh, okay.
You like repeated something.
It's more than once.
You could have said, "What's up? What's up? What's up?"
Cozy.
Oh my god, I don't remember any of this.
That's
ran
not good,
across-
Cozy.
I do remember running across on stage. I must have been really trash. It was a good time, dude.
You guys had signs. I have one. Freaking Wenzel McFly found one in the bathroom. He's like, "Look what I found."
Oh yeah,
It was an ugly Joshua.
people made us signs, dude.
Ugly Josh.
Like they
Fuck
painted on little
Cozy.
canvas cards.
Yeah.
There's one that said "fuck cozy," and then Josh and then Terabyte's names and shit. And we were doing that one song, and everybody was just like flipping me off, saying "fuck you, cozy."
For
Did,
people,
like
who
the whole
don't
Yeah.
know, for people who don't know us, like they must think like, yo, these guys fucking hate the horror show.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like they're calling Josh ugly and like they're saying fuck cozy over and
Yeah,
over.
like a whole group of people in the front where we're like, "Fuck cozy, fuck you, cozy, fuck you, cozy."
I think in one of the videos, there's one where you're flicking them back off.
Oh yeah, I bent down. I was just like, "All of you fucks." Because
It was
it's
such
during
a
my
good
verse,
show.
and they were making me go off beat.
That's one of the perks of being a rapper. You
Yeah.
flip everybody off.
That's my
And you
favorite
think
part
it's
of
the
being a
shit.
rapper, dude. Yeah.
I mean, like, you have a middle finger. You can do that whether you're a rapper or not.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but they eat it up.
Yeah,
like,
they love it.
You do this. It's like
That's the
I'm
thing.
Steve Austin. Like I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like,
Exactly, man.
do
And
this people
everybody's
make
just like-
noise,
We should have had somebody like on the sides throwing us fucking Budweisers. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna throw my phone, like I said.
Oh yeah, people were giving Josh their phones to record.
Yeah,
But then
I think
he
they
was
wanted crowd reaction.
Yeah,
But I
but
was just
he-
doing selfie
Just
videos.
the whole
like-
time, just a bunch of
Yeah.
videos out there of just Josh selfieing himself. Yeah, it was a good. It was
Yeah,
good
shout
fun.
out to the homies all the way out there watching from home
Yeah.
or from
Yeah.
their second home, I guess.
Yeah, out in Oregon.
That's a new use for Periscope.
Yeah.
Periscope.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't hold my phone that long. I was jumping and I was screaming and I was like, I can't. I want to. I was like, I want to enjoy my time. I want to scream with everybody.
So what you got going on musically now, man?
Musically, first
Yeah.
up on
Introduce us
Thanksgiving-
to. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
No, introduce us to Sunshine Benny.
On Thanksgiving Day is when Sunshine Benny comes out. I'm gonna make a Christmas album, and it's gonna be called "Fuck Thanksgiving." So, it's cool. It started like on accident. Like I just bought Christmas lights to hang up in my room just to get festive, and then like I was writing raps and I had writer's block. Everything I wrote sucked, and I was like, "Fuck this." And then Gums was playing Christmas music in the living room, and I was like, "I could sing this song better than this motherfucker." So I went in and recorded a Christmas song, and then I was blown away. I was like, "Yo, I'm so good at making Christmas music. Like, it's ridiculous." So I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make a whole fucking album."
I've
and
heard
drop it on Thanksgiving.
I've heard 2 of the songs, dude. I fucking love it already, dude. Because it's so like him.
Oh, I want to hear
You know,
it.
it's his thing. It's Christmas music. He can sing. First of all, he's got a sultry, Christmassy voice.
Thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then
singing.
and then he's got his own little twist to it too, where he's just like being he's swearing. You know, you rarely hear people say fuck in a Christmas song. You know what I'm saying? So I like that.
I kind of want to hear this now.
It's
Yeah.
so good shit, dude.
Yeah,
I
man.
fucking and we recorded all of them drunk as fuck too. So that's what made it fun. Like we went in to record some and we were like, "Oh wait, we're not drunk." So we went
Yeah.
back and grabbed more Colorado, some more beers, got drunk, and then recorded it because that's how it has to be done.
I was telling him that he should make one of those like Christmas album infomercials of him sitting by a fireplace with the track listing
the
scrolling down.
scrolling track list.
Yeah, and
We should totally do that.
How much tracks can we find on the album coming out?
I think there's 12 or 13 done, but I know I want like 16 of them.
16.
Oh, God,
you
you
want
know
a
what?
whole album.
Yeah,
You want a
I'm not
whole
gonna do it
album.
small. No, so I got like another week to record.
You know,
so-
you know what you need to do for that infomercial one is because Oregon's fucking cold as shit right now.
Yeah, dude.
You need to
fuck.
do it outside, and you're like shivering, and you're just like, man, fuck the cold.
And
This
some
is my
Timbs.
songs. I got a music out. I got a Christmas album coming out. Here's the tracks
So
with
I-
samples like this, and then like it cuts away, like you hear like it dubs over, but you still see you like fucking shit. Oh. But like you hear like Christmas music playing over it and shit.
But like Cozy said, like it's still got my spin on it. So there's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is actually gonna be chopped and screwed. So it's got like
fuck.
a real trill vibe
Yeah.
to
So
it.
you're
you know
doing
what
the
I mean? Like,
25 Days of Christmas song as well. Is
Which
it
one is that
25
one?
days? On the 5th?
on the first
On the
day
first
of
day.
Christmas.
Oh, I didn't. I'll do that one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't even think about that.
Yes.
So I was just like,
What are you doing Mele Kalikimaka
Five
too?
I am-
golden
I
rings.
am doing that one.
Nice.
That's how I'm gonna open
He's
it.
going to leave me hanging over
That's
here.
my bad. That's gonna be the first song on the album.
Nice, nice. I'm going to just send you a shit ton of Christmas songs. Just be like, here, you can do
Oh,
2
you have a
albums.
double album.
Dude.
Yeah.
And I tried to do
Deluxe,
the,
deluxe.
the
Grandma got
version.
run over by a reindeer.
that one's on there. Yeah. Baby, It's Cold Outside may or may not, because I tried to do both parts, the girl and the guy vocals. And I kind of suck at it. So I got a homegirl out here who sings. So if we could get that done in time, then it'll be there. But
Kaleda Moke.
Kaleda Moke.
What about Jingle Bell Rock?
Nice.
No, I forgot
Jingle
about
bell,
that one.
jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
Just us
Feliz
requesting,
Navidad.
requesting music.
We're like testing
Oh,
your Christmas
oh.
song knowledge.
Little drummer boy.
I don't even know what that is.
Huh?
That's not it.
No,
No.
that
I
one's
forgot what it is.
Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
Oh, almost.
but you should do that one. That one would be a
They
nice sample.
told me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
So let's get to know Decibel Grant for a little bit, man. Where are you from exactly?
I'm from Makakilo.
Yeah, the Hill, son.
Yes, sir.
Hill.
Yes, sir.
Word up. And how did you kind of get into this whole rap thing, bro? 'Cause I've known you for a minute, and then I was kind of already doing the thing, and then this dude shows up, dope as fuck. Like, where the fuck you been hiding at? And you knew all of my friends. I was like, how come you haven't been rapping with us sooner?
Do you not know the origin story, like how it began? I mean,
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
can-
share it, but
yeah.
I mean, like, have you heard it?
I just know
He
night
probably-
marchers.
Yeah. So I was homeless at the time. It was like
Yeah.
for maybe 4 years ago, we'll say, and I was homeless, and I had some homies from high school who rapped, and they had their first show at Foreplay. So like, oh, come check it out. I said, yeah, sure. And I went there, and I got fucking drunk, and I met Puna Hele, and Rucka, and I had already known Def because we used to train together, and so they were freestyling, and I was like, yo, this looks fun as fuck.
Yeah.
And I just freestyled with them, and it was just garbage, but I had a blast, and went back to my little Matson container that I was living in, slept, woke up, and I was like, I don't do shit with my life anyway. Like, I just fucking sleep here. So I just hit up Def, and I was like, hey, man, I want to learn how to rap. And he said, well, come to my house. I'll teach you how to rap. And that's what I did every day. I just fucking went there and just rapped nonstop, and the rest is rock and roll history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
How did you two get together with the horror show? What is the story with that?
Well, we
Yeah, so we put Workhouse together, which was,
Okay.
the start was Night Marches in Ill Hill.
yeah.
And then we were at a party at Kaya's house in Wahiwa.
Oh yeah. The
Okay,
beer
yeah.
pong.
Yeah.
Pong. So,
And Cozy
Oh,
was
one
like,
of the tournaments, I'm
yeah,
guessing?
yeah. It was
Okay.
the Aloha shirt one.
yeah.
And then Cozy was like, yo, let's make a song together. We won't have a song. I was like, I'm down. He said, I want to make a song about torturing people. And I said, dude, I got so much verses about torturing people. And I spit one for him. And he's like,
Did we just
that
become
one.
best friends?
Come to the house and record that shit. That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah, that's exactly how it happened.
That was
That's
how
so
Blood on the
funny.
Toilet Seat came.
And a bottle of Crown in the afternoon.
Where did the name horror show?
Well, that started out as like that was gonna be your project, right?
Yeah, that was an album I was working on for my solo stuff that just never came to fruition. It just fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the vibe that we had going, I thought it fit perfect. It came from A Clockwork Orange, and we were both fans of that. We liked the message and the theme in it, so
Yep.
we just kept it and
So-
ran with it.
Call it the horror show. Cause that was like that's what they used to. That's like an exclamation point for them, right? Yo, this shit's like hella horror show.
Yeah, it was like a good time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you,
What are you doing?
Okay. What's up? Sounds good.
Oh, if you guys
Sounds
didn't know, John Cozy has started a vlog.
Oh yeah, I started a YouTube channel, YouTube.com/John Cozy TV. So you go check that out. And yeah.
Keep going, shit.
It's distracting me. Okay, from the horror show. Well, how did let's rewind it, man. So how did tell us about the Night Marchers, because I feel like there's some like legendary MCs that's no longer really, well, they're still active, I think. Yeah, they're still active individually, but the Night Marchers was like one of the, I would say they're like the Wu-Tang of
Yeah.
of Hawaii, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And they were only around for a few years
Yeah,
before
'cause
everybody started doing their own thing.
there was like a whole bunch of us, and people talk about, Josh, he got good at rapping pretty fast, and it's only because of them. It was like they were all the shit, and all they did all day was rap. They just freestyled. We like caught the bus everywhere,
Yeah.
and we went around just looking for shows. Just
Yeah.
anybody who would let us
That's why they were called the
pick
Night
up a mic.
Marchers.
Yeah, exactly. So, it was me, Puna, Rucka, Def, Makana, Automatic Prophet. I forgot about him. We had Kevin Titty. We just had a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I just owe it all to them. Just a whole gang of us, and just eat, breathe, sleep, shit. However that saying goes, rap.
Yeah, all the battles and
Mad
shit.
respect for that.
All the
for
battles
sure.
and shit, y'all would always be like rolling deep in.
Yeah.
Like hella, like multiple, almost everybody in the crew was entering battles and
Yeah.
shit. How was your experience battling,
I
man?
fucking hated battling. I hated it so much, but I mean, it was a way to get my name out. And I didn't have a name at first. Like the first battle I entered, I didn't have a name. And Devon was there, and he was just like, I was like, yo, man, I need a name. And he's like, well, call yourself Ukla the Josh. And I said, all right. So that was,
Oh, okay.
so that was my first name. And it was cool because we'd all enter the battles. They always had these tournaments. And by like the fucking third round, there was only night marchers left.
Uh-huh.
So it was cool. Like if there was a prize, you know, cash prize at the end, it's like one of us is going home with money.
Word up.
And we're all gonna go eat. Like, you know what I mean?
Word up. Goddamn. So after the battling, and we got down with we started a horror show, the Hoku nominated horror show.
Hey.
That was a dope time, man.
How does that feel? You know, like that's crazy.
It was a cool experience, but I don't really think much of it. Mm-hmm. Like I really liked after the award ceremony versus being at the ceremony because we did a bunch of shit because I had I didn't have money to go to the award ceremony.
Oh, okay.
You know, right? Because you have to pay to go. And then last minute, they Aloha Hotel had like a fucking Instagram contest. So I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna try to enter this contest, and I ended up winning the contest. And so I got I got a ticket to the show, and one night stay in the Aloha Hotel.
Jesus.
So like we had just like got a bunch of drugs, and we partied in the hotel after, man. Oh, we even like performed right after the award ceremony too, right? We opened up for Dumbfounded.
Yeah, and Shingo too.
Was it? Yeah, Dumbfounded and Shingo too, right?
In fucking tuxedos.
Yeah, we were still wearing our tuxes.
Yeah, that was shit.
That's pretty fun. We had my friend Andy DJing in the hotel room. We hooked up like the MIDI controller to the TV.
And we called him DJ Lucifer because we were on a lot of ketamine.
Yeah, we were all stuck in the K-hole, dude.
I couldn't even fucking walk. I was crawling around the hotel room.
You were like,
and like,
you were just rolling around.
Whatever the fuck Andy
where
was
was
playing.
I at this time, man?
You should have been there. It was a party.
I really should have fucking been there.
Jesus.
That's a really good ketamine. Oh, and rolls.
Yeah,
on ecstasy too.
Ketamine and rolls. That's the best part because like the rolls will pick you up, allow you to let you move around. So like you'll be stuck in a K hole, but you're like traveling in your K hole.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. And the music he was playing was fucking with me, and I was like, "You're like the fucking devil right now. You're DJ Lucifer."
DJ Lucifer. He's taking us straight through hell. Yeah, that was a good time.
Why can't we have a party like that again? Shit.
Oh, we can,
invite
man.
me this
I'm
time.
fucking down.
Fuck.
Apparently, that's all the homie does now is K. Like he's all about it.
Way to put him on blast.
They don't know what I'm talking about. I don't think my friends listen to this.
Thanks, friends.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on from the horror show to the Hotbox Cartel.
The Hotbox Cartel. So me and Cozy were we were in between projects, you know.
Yeah.
So we already did the first album, that was Video the Horror Show. And before we ever started talking about shorts, you know, I think we still linked up and did a few songs here and there, like just to release, you know.
Yeah.
And we met a guy, Chris Versus, who lives out in Mililani, and he eventually became Workhouse. And he had his studio set up. And me and Rucka just wanted to hang out and do shit, so we went to his house and we just smoked a bunch of weed, and we were like, hey, let's make a fucking EP together.
Yeah.
We're like, all right. So we recorded like 7-8 songs that day and put it out, I think, like the following day. And when we were trying to think of a name, originally we were going to call ourselves Los Hermanos Gecko.
The Gecko Brothers?
The Gecko Brothers from Dusk Till Dawn. But Chris, he's fucking young and never watched that movie, so he's like, I don't know why we're going to call ourselves Geckos. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, playing that movie, man. Yeah. Classic.
So,
That movie changed my fucking life.
The movie's the fucking shit. Dude.
Yeah,
Did
that
you
was
watch
the-
the
that was-
series on Netflix?
No, I didn't.
I loved it.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
I
don't
saw
know
the
if it's still
pilot.
there.
It's actually pretty fucking good.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah,
I just
it's
know
really
that
good.
I was talking with Shane actually about this on Friday. That was the first rated R movie that I ever saw in the theaters.
Oh shit!
I was like maybe 11.
I think mine was Euro Trip, so you had a better first rated R movie than I did.
It was the first time I saw tits too.
I've been seeing tits.
That's some nice tits to see.
Fuck
Vampire
yeah.
tits.
But yeah, that's how the
Selma
Hotbox
Hayek tits?
Cartel.
Fuck
High
yeah.
tits, yeah, man.
Some of my favorite tits in the world.
And here I am with a pair of tits. Like
You should just like tits too, because tits are awesome.
Everybody likes tits.
it's tits.
You got not like tits.
Be a weirdo.
Yeah, Hotbox Cartel.
Yeah.
Hotbox Cartel. So after the whole Gecko Brother argument, we settled with Hotbox Cartel because it was smoke weed, and it sounded cool.
Yeah.
And it's like THC, so
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it was cool. It was
There you
just
go,
cool.
yeah.
We were just like, all right, let's fucking run with it. And then that was pretty much all we did. And then when I first moved out to Oregon, I found some studios and whatever, but they all fucking sucked. So I was paying money to have people record me and mix down my shit, and it was just garbage. So I just, I kind of just gave up. I was like, well, if I can't find shit, fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna make music. And Chris and Rucka were like, no, we're not having that. And they both like flew up to Oregon and brought all their shit and was like, yeah. And I was like, you guys are fucking shit. So they were there for 2 weeks, and then we made an album. And they were like, don't quit.
Y'all even shot like a bunch of videos too.
Yeah. So it was just 2 weeks of work. It was cool. It felt good. And they left all their equipment there, so I was able to keep recording afterwards. So
That's what's up.
I see.
how about Scartel?
Decibel Grand, how'd you get that name, man? I've always been curious. I don't think I ever knew how you got that name.
Decibel Grand. Okay. So I did graffiti back in the day, and one of the names I had was Volume. And so when I was trying to figure out a name for my rapper shit, Definition gave it to me. He said, oh, why don't you just call yourself Decibel?
Yeah.
I said, sure, whatever. I thought it was whack as fuck, but like, he's my friend. And I was like, all right, yeah, I'll use it. And then the Grand came after because I originally wanted a title. So I wanted to call myself Decibel the Machinist. But then, I don't know. I think I just thought it was stupid afterwards. And Grand
It's a good thing you thought it was stupid, because that does sound pretty fucking
Doesn't it
dumb.
sound stupid?
Yeah.
Doesn't it sound stupid?
Decibel the
Rappers.
Machinist.
Stupid artists, man. They
That
think they're
sounds like
so
a wrestling
clever.
name. Like, that would be great if you were a wrestler.
You and Quali should come out with a fucking wrestling album.
Oh, yeah, they used to fucking train wrestling at the workhouse.
We did.
Yep.
People don't know. Me and Quali, we were a tag team. We were called the 12 Gauge Shotguns. TGS.
Yeah, man.
No, and then the Grand came because I was like, well, if I can't find a title, I want like a last name, to make it sound more human. So, Grand, Decibel, having multiple, all that shit. I fancy myself a conscious rapper. So I take decibel volumes. I take it in, for me it means like having depth. And like I'm a pretty deep person.
So what brought you all the
suppose.
way out to Oregon? Like, what brings you all the way out there?
Shit, it was a fucking out of nowhere move. Like, I was living with my girlfriend at the time, and her dad got a job transfer out in Maryland. So originally I was supposed to move to Maryland with them, but for whatever reason we decided to break up, and it was like a month before the move. I had already had my ticket purchased from Maryland and all this shit. And when we decided to break up, I had nowhere to go, so I just fucking called my homie Jake out in Oregon and was like, hey, I need a place to stay. And he said, yeah, sure, you can live with me. Switched my ticket to Oregon and just fucking went.
Nice.
So it's not really like I wanted to go there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it worked out. It's
That's
nice.
good. That's good. And
Yeah.
you're doing shows out there. I saw one when Cozy was FaceTiming you guys, and
Yeah.
Chris was outside of the.
Yeah.
Chris was outside.
He's not 21 yet. Too young.
But we ended up sneaking him in that night, so it was cool. Anyway.
How was it? Okay, growing up in Hawaii's hip hop scene and then going over to Oregon.
That was my next question.
Yeah, what's the differences that you see in the culture between the two?
Shit, I'm gonna be honest. I think for the most part, Oregon scene is kind of whack. And like I guess like I'm a pretty bitter person at times, and I can be hard on certain things.
Yeah.
So like before the move, I thought Hawaii was whack, and I thought it wasn't where it should be, and a lot of it was myself too. I thought I wasn't where I needed to be, and I thought that nobody else was, and I was just frustrated, And I thought, go to the mainland, bigger opportunity, more people that are more hungry.
Yeah.
But fuck that, Hawaii's where it's at. I went up there, linked up with a bunch of rappers. A bunch of them suck, but there's a lot of good ones too, though. Like Immaculate's still dope.
Yeah.
You got Mike Bogan, and there's this new dude, Tyus. Like, there's a lot of dope people, but I mean, like, as far as like the local scene, it's kind of like garbage. Yeah, and it's hard too because there's a lot of gang violence. So like,
Really?
Oh.
yeah, so like when venues do open up their doors for hip hop shows, and they finally agree, like, okay, we'll have some hip hop here. Somebody gets fucking shot. There's fights.
What the fuck?
So they just shut it down. Like, oh, no more hip hop here.
Do you think that's why it kind of makes it a little weak in Oregon, just because hip hop will bring those kind of mentalities out, and their venues are afraid to
Exactly.
bring dope shows?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's more dope people, and I'm only speaking on what I know.
Yeah.
You know,
Right,
so
of course.
the little I have seen, I'm not that impressed.
You think it has potential though?
Oh yeah. If we had a more steady fucking venue, you know.
But
I mean, if you got a steady venue, like there's
Yeah.
always more. You know what I mean? More potential. Like back when we had tropics and
These
shit
are
like
so
that.
important nowadays. I remember back in the days, man, people used to just rock out in the fucking parks and shit. You know, when hip hop was like coming to fruition, it wasn't like, it was just like a community thing. Now it's like you got to go out to like the nightclubs and the bars and do some shit.
Yeah.
I always wonder if it'll ever go back to the party rocking aspect of hip hop, but there's just so much like legal shit that people have to jump through nowadays. Like, you know, people don't like people gathering out in public and making noise anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So, fun fact, I had to look it up just to make sure I was getting my facts straight here. But speaking on decibel grand, 200 decibels is considered lethal. So
I'm 300.
no, you're 1,000. That's what grand is.
Oh, you shit.
You're
That's why we
800.
got science bins, motherfucker.
You're 800 decibels
Damn.
over a lethal amount of noise.
Consider yourself warned, whack rappers.
That's what's up. So now
Holy
you,
shit.
for this album, you created Sunshine Benny. Can you tell us where you got that name?
Yeah, it's a boring story. I just, because Decibel Grand was given to me, so
Right.
Eventually I wanted my, something that I thought of, and it was Benny De La. I don't even remember how I picked De La, but Benny was from City of God, and I liked him because he was a what was the terms they used? He was a hood turned groovy.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and
You was
I
rocking
used-
the Aloha shirts and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because basically it's like he was a gangster turned hipster, and it was I felt like I kind of related to that because I was a stupid person back then, but now I'm more chill, you know, just a little hipster boy, whatever the fuck. I comb my hair now, but
You still got that gangster, ain't you? An honorary blood.
oh yeah, man, motherfucking shout out to the motherfucking blood gangs in Portland. They said I'm good in the hood. I appreciate them.
Damn. Protected.
Was
Yeah,
bracking.
was bragging. Well, yeah, so Benny, so I still go back and forth between Decibel Grand and Benny De La. Like, Decibel Grand is just what people know,
Right.
but I want them to know Benny, but
Benny.
whatever the fuck. And then Chris was just like, well, you can't call it, you can't be Decibel Grand doing it because people know you rap. You can't be Benny De La because you already associated that with rap. So he's like, just call yourself something else. And it's funny because anytime Chris is naming shit, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
He comes up with the stupidest names
Right.
for our songs. Like,
What's like his top 3 stupid names he's ever come up with?
so when me and him were making a group, just the two of us, he wanted to call ourselves Belt Loops. And like, I thought
You
he
so
was,
like, look at you. You ready to roast him right now on this shit?
Chris, you about to get this work. No, he was so fucking adamant about it. Like, he was like, dude, Belt Loops. And I was like, why? And he's like, because we hold the game up. And I thought, you know what I'm thinking? Like, he's got to be fucking joking, but he's dead ass. Like, Belt Loops, because we hold the game up. Fucking Coma Boys, Wavy Boys, just all the boys shit. Like, I'm kind of over the boys thing. Like,
We ain't boys no more.
I'm a grown ass man. Like, I got motherfucking car payments. Like, don't tell me shit. But no, he's got all these crap ass names. But just out of nowhere, he was like, Sunshine Benny.
Yeah.
And then, like, the light and the angelic sounds.
The clouds split.
Yeah,
The
and I
beam
was
of light
just-
comes shooting down.
I was like, Sunshine Benny.
Sunshine Benny.
All right, all right.
Dig that, man. Were you always a singer, man? Because you got some,
So,
how'd you get into like the whole singing thing?
nobody knows this.
Oh shit.
But back when I was in high school, I was moving foster home to foster home, and one of the homes that I ended up in was the dude I knew him from school, and his dad is brothers with Kunishki.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Kunishki had a studio set up at his house, and I know like Longa Surveil used to go record over there, and Hot Rain and all of them.
Oh,
So we were
shit.
always there, and we just would fuck around you know, because I play ukulele, I play guitar, and then he played bass and drums and shit. So we never named ourselves, but we were doing that music thing for a while. Nothing ever happened with it, but I always wrote music. It was just never always rap. Yeah. So I always sang.
So are we expecting like another album, just stuff that you wrote and from Sunshine Benny? No.
No. Singing wise, no.
Really?
I'm too self-conscious to put that shit out. Yeah.
But we're getting a Christmas album.
But you don't get a Christmas album because I didn't write those songs, so fuck it. You know, I'll sing the shit out of them. Fuck it.
Yeah. But I think with this, you should gauge to see how it goes, and I think you should do it.
Watch that Christmas album just like explode, and everybody wants Sunshine Benny. They're like, we need an original album. Like 18 different fucking record labels come to you like, we need an original album that we can put out and sign you with.
I'm gonna be
like
so
some saucy
bitter.
type shit, you know?
You'd be the most bitter R&B singer.
I'll be so bitter.
Sunshine Benny, and he's just like in every fucking video, just like
I mean,
singing
why
like
not?
that.
No, because that's what it was like when I first started rapping too. So I was like, I'm okay. I'm rapping. I'm a rapper, and people would you know, hit me up for a feature, and I'm like, all right, cool, I get to rap on this person's shit. But they would just make me sing the fucking hook, and I was like, I'm a fucking rapper. Like, I can rap. Like, shout out to Qualified, motherfucker. Making me sing.
These people hit you up to work on songs. People only hit me up for beats. Everybody knows I rap. Nobody asks me for a verse because they know I'm going to roast them.
Nobody wants to get flamed on their own fucking song.
Because I will.
Cozy's the best writer.
See, now you're making me scared, and I'm gonna read.
I told Cheeks that we gotta make a track together since she's starting to like write raps.
You better be careful.
I know.
Yeah.
Tread lightly.
I know, and you know the kind of the feminists will like look differently on you because of some of my misogynistic rhymes.
But there's a reason for it, you know. I mean,
it's a character. I
I
tell
know.
people I make shit up
You
all
heard
the
me-
time.
you heard
man.
me spit
I'm
a
not
little
really
bit.
concerned about like fucking what did I say? I'm not a conscious rapper. I'm a subconscious rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of just like go.
people always make comments about the shit that Cozy writes. But I mean,
I'm open to
there's a
like music
reason
is an
for it.
open place for thoughts and everything. So it's just like that's why I feel like there shouldn't be any judgments on it as well.
I mean, when I first before I even rapped, I was always a fan of hip hop, and I was always old school like conscious shit. Fuck this play around shit like this.
Same
shit
here,
is,
man. I would always
dumb.
I'd always be like if you listen to the Ill Hill stuff, it's super like lightweight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really kind of like love, like it's fucking lame, honestly. I fucking like. Dude, when we performed at the Broke Mokes things, man, I know that like we were an influence to them, so that's why I agreed to it. But like on stage, like doing those songs, it just didn't feel like me.
Yeah.
I was just uncomfortable the whole time, and I think Quali kind of felt the same way because we've grown so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's the last time me and Quali agreed that that's where we're retiring the ill stuff. We're only gonna do new music.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's sad, but nice.
I know.
I can dig it.
Yeah. I mean, no, maybe we'll do some songs here and there if people really want it. Like I know About the Goods has their anniversary coming up next, and Rihanna kind of requested me and Quali to rock. It's actually this.
Why not?
Oh shit! Is it this Friday?
this
The
Friday.
20th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not regroup and make new Ill Hill stuff?
Well, even the other guy in Ill Hill, he's kind of like in a different. I don't think he's like.
Rapping.
He's like on his own thing now, because I've hit him up before, but he hasn't like just responded.
Yeah.
I see him signing the PlayStation, son. I see you, Rockstar. I see you playing Destiny, motherfucker. I know you home.
Do you think you guys could rebrand yourselves like that and be successful?
As Ill Hill?
Yeah.
I mean, people know the name, so I think we could.
You
Because
got
I mean, when you guys did Rap Better,
It.
it wasn't so much like
Yeah, we
your
didn't
HI
even-
girlies and stuff like that.
Yeah, we didn't even make like an album. Like we've never made an album like together. So maybe there's still hope.
I think you guys owe the people one
Yeah.
at least.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
On the next episode of the Ill Hill Society.
Ben, what are you doing over there?
Chilling, listening.
Filling out.
Pornhub.
So what's the future of Benny De La? What's it looking like, man?
The rapper,
Yeah.
January 1st, I'm going to drop a rap album.
Oh, that's right. Why
Yeah.
January 1st?
Just because we did this whole fucking Workhouse 2015 hashtag thing that we've been running with, and it's 2016 will be like a new start. You know what I
Nice.
mean? I've been telling people about this solo album for fucking years now, and I never put it out because I've always been too ashamed. I never had a problem putting shit out as a group because then it's
I feel the same way, man.
yeah, it's like as a collective, it's whatever. But I mean, like for shit that's gonna be 90% just me, you know, it's different. It's more personal.
Yeah.
Are there any features on that album that we'll see?
Connor's gonna be featured on it. Chris and Rucka is all I got so far. I like to keep things workhouse.
Awesome.
You know,
Awesome.
just because it's
Workhouse.
family, like it's easy. You know, I don't like to reach outside too much.
And then are you going to do a show out there? You going to try to do a show for that?
So on January 1st, I'll release it online for streaming. It won't be for download. But
Okay.
I haven't settled a date yet. But in February, I'm going to have hard copies. And I'm going to fly back home and do a release party.
Yeah.
And since I'm not paying for it at all, these guys that I linked up with in Oregon, they're going to, you know, pay to have everything printed for me. And they don't want any money back. It's just because they fuck with it. I'm going to
Very
fly
nice.
out here and do a free show.
Right. Find investors.
Yeah, I'm going to have a free show and do the CDs for sale by donation. So you can give me $1 or you can give me 100. Up to you.
Sick, man.
Where are you trying to do the show at? Do you know?
I want to do it at Jazz Minds,
Wow.
but I don't know what's going on there.
They just reopened.
Is
They
it
were
still
kinda
Mama San?
closing. I don't know. I haven't been there, but their Instagram account followed me. You know, it had this grand reopening and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I haven't even like gone to check it out yet.
That's
So
the first
hopefully-
place I ever performed at, and that's why I want to do it there. I
Yeah.
want to do like a storyteller's
Oh,
type
nice,
of vibe.
nice.
Just
It's
have
a
everybody chill
it's
out.
a perfect spot for that too.
I'm gonna come to that show and request Christmas music.
Oh my god,
I
yeah.
fucking got you. I'll fucking sing Christmas music whenever. I love
So
Christmas.
taking it back to Friday, how does it feel performing back at home and, you know, getting that?
So
How does it
good.
feel?
It felt so fucking good. It felt right.
You're well taken care of. Like it was
Yeah.
awesome for you guys.
You know, people bought me drinks. People got me some party favors and shit. Like it felt good to be home. All my friends were there.
Yeah.
You know, so that was great. And I was nervous leading up to it. I was, you know, like a day or two before. I was like, wow, this is pretty big.
You nervous?
know?
Yeah, you gotta tell that story that you told us
Yeah.
earlier about backstage. You gotta,
Well, that has nothing to do with being nervous. That was just being drunk.
okay.
So because of my friends being the lovely people that they are and buying me multiple drinks,
They were helping you get over your nervousness.
it fucking worked.
Yeah.
And I got up on stage and like mid-set, you know, I felt uneasy. And I was like, all right, well, Cozy's rapping. I got a few seconds. So I ran around the backside and threw up.
Oh, I didn't know this was during this whole thing.
Oh,
I
it was
thought it
like-
was just
He's on
like
stage.
during.
No, it was
Wow. Okay, so
during the horror show
that
set.
makes it so much better.
Yeah, it's like mid-rapping. Like, so I just finished my verse. Cozy's rapping. He's doing his thing. Quality's helping us out. And I said, all right, I could sneak away for a few seconds. And I walk around the backside, do like a quick peek, you know, so. And then I just threw up over the back railing. Like, just a lot. Just blah. All over the fucking place. And when I looked up, it was Carmack. And he looked at me and he was just like, that was gross. But you're killing it. Get back to work. Kept rapping.
Jeez.
The show must go
Show
on.
must go on, man. Hell yeah, I probably would have did that too. Like I was trying to make myself throw up before I went on stage. I don't know if you saw me by the side, but I was like gagging, like, what? You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay,
This is the
fuck it, I
life.
got
This is the life
Yeah,
of
man, show
rappers,
must go on.
especially with rappers like Horror Show. Because a lot of my friends were so excited. They, especially the cats out in Wahiwa, they're just like Horror Show. I told you, Cirillo, he always bumps that shit when we're chilling in the car
yeah, man.
all the time. He was like, I'm just ready. Winzo was just like, I hope they play my beat. You know him. Like he was just like,
Oh,
"I
yeah,
hope they
he
play
was
my
so
beat."
like stoked. He just kept asking like, "Yo, you gonna do that song?
And I
You gonna do
kept
that song?"
yelling at him throughout the week. I was like, the fuck you mean they're not gonna play that song?
Of
Of course
do
we're
that
gonna
song,
fucking play
man.
that song. This shit
It's like
bangs,
the first song
dude.
we did.
Yeah.
It was the first song. When we did
I
the
wanted-
sound
oh
check,
my
I was
God.
like, dude, you hear those fucking, you know what I mean? That shit was just bumping.
You know, me and Winzo and I think it was Connor and Cam. We were just like, Hana ho, horror show. We were just like yelling, and no one was like hearing us.
No,
I
it is
think
like,
everybody was just
I kind of wish they did. We would have did that song that we did over one of Carmack's beats.
Yeah, we were gonna do picture on the wall.
picture on the wall.
Yeah.
I have that on my morning playlist. I was listening to it today.
Shout out to your morning playlist.
Yeah, word.
Yep.
So what else is going on with you, man? Besides music?
What's new? What's new?
Besides music,
Yeah.
I'm just living life, man. I'm healthy. I mean,
That's
besides this Friday, like I don't do drugs anymore.
Smoke a lot of weed though.
I smoke a lot of weed. It's not a
Oregon,
drug.
man.
It's legal over there. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, I kicked the drugs. You know, things was getting out of hand for a while, and
It's good that you're conscious of that. Some people just eat it up. And,
yeah, I
you know,
mean, you gotta check yourself every now and then. You know, otherwise you go overboard.
Yeah.
And then your parents don't talk to you, and then you lose friends, and then start stealing people's TVs and microwaves, and you end up like Felicia. You know what I mean? So, I'm just trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah,
You know, I'm
That's
trying to
good.
be an adult.
That's
So
good.
there's a girl that I was talking to, not anymore, and she had a child, and I was like, well, you know what I mean, I could clean myself up. I thought she was pretty special.
Right.
But so I mean, she put it in motion, but you know that's not gonna happen. So I realize now that it's more than her and the kid. Like I just got to do it for myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
It's a good reason to do it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like, if you there's a lot of people who try and clean up for other reasons than themselves, and
Yeah.
most of the time they end up just resenting those other reasons. So,
Right.
like, I think one of
Has
the best
mean
things to
something
do.
to you, you know?
Yeah, I think one of the best things to do when facing something like addiction or just like having trouble with stuff, because I don't think you were addicted, but
I don't
we just
think so.
we just with going overboard. One of the best things to do is do it for yourself, because like I said, like so many people will be like, oh, I'm gonna clean up to be with this girl or to take care of this kid or whatever, and then they end up like not actually fixing the problem and just trying
Yeah.
to do their job, and then they end up like resenting the girl, or resenting the kid, or resenting the job or whatever. And so it's always best, I think, to get clean or to work on yourself for yourself. That way, when you have the girl or the kid or the job,
Yeah.
you're already clean. You're doing it for yourself,
You
and
might as
so
well keep going.
yeah, you don't end up like getting mad at the other thing
Exactly.
for not being able to like party like you used to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I cleaned up a lot just by doing this podcast, man, because I know I got to be functioning on Sundays.
And you still show up drunk to these podcasts.
I still show drunk. Like, I've shown up a few times, like, with no sleep because I MDMA.
Or from playing games. Like, I barely got any sleep last night because I'm up there playing Fallout 4.
Oh, yeah, that keeps me off this stuff.
That's a drug too.
Yes.
Man. Just knowing that I got to do shit, because I not only have to record this podcast, I got to edit it. And now I'm starting to do, like, YouTube stuff, so that's keeping me busy. I still got to edit that fucking, bro.
Channel that addiction to something else.
Yeah,
you know?
Quality's working on the fucking wrestling YouTube show, dude. It's gonna be pretty tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck,
He's
dude.
doing like top 5 lists.
At some point, me and Cozy are going to sit down and try and do Two Fat Fucks, a comedy rap album.
Oh yeah, man. We try to do a
You do a
comedy,
comedy
rap
rap
album.
album?
We'll try, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, cause he's a comedian and I'm a rapper, so
comedy rap.
Yeah.
comedy rap. You know what I'm saying? We call ourselves the.
And you
Fat
heard me
Fucks.
earlier. I can double time.
I did hear that.
Yeah. I've always wanted to like have some original lyrics to do double time like that, because like I love saying
can
real
teach
fast
you.
lyrics.
Cozy can teach you.
Exactly. That's what we're gonna do. And so we're gonna get together. I'm gonna work the comedy angle. He's gonna work the music angle, because I don't know fucking music for shit. Like I can't write lyrics to save my ass. So we're gonna work on them together. We're gonna make them funny, and then we're gonna see what comes out of it.
That's news to me, but that's fucking great news.
Oh yeah, Fat
You
Fucks.
know Lil Dicky?
Yeah.
Dude,
Just
can we
save
call
that
that
money.
comedy rap? I don't want to offend.
Well, he was like a YouTube comedy rapper at first, right?
He
But
is,
now he's
right?
on the. Bro, me and Quali heard him on the radio coming back. He has that song with
Snoop Dogg.
You did this song with, and the kind on the hook. What's his name?
Fetty Wap.
1738.
Fetty Wap. It's
Yeah.
called Save That
Fetty
Money.
Oh my
Did you guys see the music video?
No.
He's
Bri-
like
oh
it's like
my
it's
God.
about like saving money. The song's about
Yeah.
saving money. So what he's doing, he was like
He's
no
Jewish,
budget.
too.
Yeah, no
Like-
budget for the music
So
video.
he would like go up to like rich people's houses and ask them if he could shoot his music video in there, and eventually like people would let
Yeah.
him. He'd borrow cars from the dealership.
Yep.
And this one time T-Pain was shooting a music
Yep.
video. He asked T-Pain, "Yo, man, could we like shoot on like the side of the music video while
Yeah.
you're doing it?" So
And
it
then-
looks like it's his music video. And then T-Pain let him shoot the video. using T-Pain's video set.
And he just tells them like, oh, we're gonna credit you guys. Yours are gonna be credited and all that stuff. And then Fetty Wap comes on and he doesn't finish his verse. And he's just like, nah, it would have cost too much for a whole verse anyway. And he just cuts his verse and he just keeps fucking.
That's fucking smart.
Yeah. And the whole time he just looks so crazy. He's dancing and he's just like living.
It's like legit.
That's fucking smart.
Yeah, and I was on the radio. Like we heard him last night. I was like, what the fuck, Little Dicky on the radio. He did that song about all the dudes fucking his girl.
Oh yeah, like all the ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
And shit, yeah. That one that he did, the Let Me Freak, that shit was stuck in my head forever. The videos are catchy. They're funny.
Are you pulling up the music video?
Pretty good video, man.
You should put like a thing on the podcast, like a little clip on the bottom corner, like those inputs, and just be
Can
like.
we do that? I don't think we can monetize our videos if we do that.
If we're talking over it and we're commenting on it,
Yeah.
it's technically legally. So
This is legal.
Don't.
Yeah, no, as long as we're talking about it. So I mean, so we're sitting here commenting on it. I mean, what do you guys think of like the quality and whatnot?
The quality was pretty good in the music video.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to check out the video, but I mean, as a rapper, he's dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
comedy shit, but it's dope.
Yeah. Like you about to take that shit serious. It's kind of crazy, man. This whole YouTube thing is kind of crazy. Like I watch YouTube more than I watch anything else now.
Do you?
Yeah, dude, that's all I watch. Like I watch like video game shit. I watch vloggers. I've been watching vloggers because I'm trying to vlog too.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just like you know what you do when you start out doing anything creative. You kind of just bite people, right?
Yeah.
So I've been biting this dude Casey Neistat. I don't know if you guys heard of him, but he's a director. He's done like short films and shit.
Nice.
And he's fucking one of the most like watched vloggers on YouTube. And he only started this year or last year, where he told himself that he doesn't make as much movies as he used to, and he wants to do something consistent. So he like promised himself to do a vlog every single day, and he's been doing it every single day. So I don't think I do enough interesting shit throughout the week, so I'm kind of just keeping it to like a weekly thing. But I do enough outside of my work to have something, I guess, somewhat entertaining. Hopefully.
You should do a time lapse of like put the camera in the corner of your room, and just do a time lapse where you like one day where you're just working all day on doing stuff, recording shit, working on beats, doing watch the time lapse go by in like a 2-minute period of like the whole day of you working in the
just me sitting in my chair. That's what I do when I make music. I'm just sitting down on my laptop.
Sitting down and just like pressing buttons and turning sometimes.
Yeah, but I've actually been doing time lapses because I do that for like the filler shots. Like I've been like taking time lapses of like the streets and shit. But I'm like, slowly.
Oh yeah, you did that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm slowly like figuring out like a format for it. It's kind of, bruh, like I rap and I DJ in front of like all these people. Would you say that the last show we did was the most people we've ever rapped for?
Which one?
The Carmack show.
No way.
Have we rapped for more?
Fuck yeah, we have. Maybe not the shorts release party because we did it at Downbeat.
Yeah.
But I know that the Workhouse anniversary.
Oh, that was packed front to back.
And the Video Horror Show release party was more people than that.
Front to back. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't tell. Because I only saw like the light only shines on like so much people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I believe there was more people there.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick by that.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I missed the Video Horror release one.
Yeah. And I've DJ'd for thousands of people.
Yeah.
Like the whole fucking island in the water park, the Kapolei cooler thing.
Yeah.
The little island.
Yeah.
Packed front to back. I've DJ'd for that much people. But when I'm alone in my room with the camera on me, trying to talk to the camera, bro, I'm like shaking, bro. I'm fucking squirming. I'm getting better at it because I've been just doing that constantly. Like, I've been practicing it. But when I first started, I was just like, the videos of just me rolling around in my chair. And I don't even know I'm doing it until I see the video. I'm like shaking my head like this. I am not my head, but my leg. My leg is just fucking like thumper. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
Now that I think about it, when we first started doing the podcast, you were real itchy too.
Oh, dude, I get I get anxious, I guess, or something. I always gotta be doing something. Like now,
in front
like
of cameras.
I catch myself playing with this all the time.
You were just playing with your drink earlier too. You were sitting there and you were just like fingering the hole, just like doing this.
See, I don't remember that. But yeah, man, the whole
you kept like playing with the tab. You like ripped the tab off at one point, then you like started reaching in and like trying to get at the tab that like gets folded inside the drink and shit. And you're like I'm sitting there watching. You're like, what the fuck are you you doing, Cozy?
I don't even know. It's all subconscious.
I've been playing with this not lit cigarette and scratching this
Yeah, I was
fucking
about to.
cup.
I
Like,
was about
I
to say
swear,
that
I
too.
swear, you put it up to your lip, and I was
Can
like,
I
it's
bum a
not
cigarette?
lit.
Because I'm over this vape.
we don't have a
lighter- the
lighter
lighter's
because
over-
Sheiks took it to smoke weed and then
No, I
Lighter's over there.
didn't.
she threw it far
Sheiks
away.
did.
Get the
Didn't.
lighter.
I will get it.
Thank you.
No, I didn't.
So anyway,
Anyway,
Yeah. What's going on, Science Man? What's up with you?
not a terrible ton.
Not a terrible time.
Yeah, no, I've been playing a lot of Fallout lately.
Speaking of Fallout 4, man, I bought it. I bought it drunk as fuck at Walmart. I feel like the only time I'm ever at Walmart is when I'm drunk. Like at 3 a.m, and I bought Fallout 4. I was with Josh over here and went home, and then I was installing it on my PS4, and then once it got up and running, you know how you make your character?
Yeah.
Fucking made Terabyte. I pulled up a picture of her on Facebook, and I was like being all meticulous about trying to get it as close as I could get. And then Rihanna used to have red hair, so we made the hair red, and that kind of sold it.
it was like a throwback.
I used to like, especially back in the day, when like back in Skyrim and Fallout New Vegas and whatnot. I used to spend so much time trying to make that thing look just right and whatnot. But for some reason, like I got to this, and this game went right when we started off, and you started like doing your character creation part. I just went, man, it looks good. I just kind of want to play the game now, and I just like went with the default thing. And then the first time that I got to like a haircut place, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna change like the way my hair looks, but I'm gonna keep the same face and shit.
What's going on?
I don't know. I have to.
What's going on?
You threw him a cigarette, then you threw him the pack, and then he put down the cigarette and
Oh
pulled out
my
another
gosh.
cigarette out of the pack, and then threw you
Are
back.
you drunk?
Huh? No. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
So
Just
it's-
too subconscious right now.
So, Josh, what was the first thing you did when you got back to the island? I know y'all two were together that first night.
I
'Cause-
drank. My homegirl picked me up from the airport. We went to Monkey Pod, and then I drank. Oh, so Monkey Pod got this new fucking beer called Makakilo Brown Ale. And
What?
She pointed it out to me, and I was like, well, I didn't approve this, so I had to try it. So first thing I did was drink a Makakilo beer. It was all right.
Was
Yeah.
I?
It should have been better,
Yeah, I know. I was texting Rihanna, and because I was like, man, I really don't want to cut and paste pictures of you guys for this promo on Greenleaf Check, and then who made it? Was
I
it
gave
that
you
made
the
it?
best horror show picture.
And I was like,
What did Revive say about it?
I said worst flyer ever.
I was
I
like,
love
that
that
is
shit,
a horror
though.
show. I was like, that is a horror show.
Dude, that was Blink 182's bodies. I just put our heads on it.
Yeah, that shit. Because that cutout shit's like so punk. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. I kind of want to have that aesthetic for Workhouse.
I
Everybody's.
feel like horror shows should like paint their faces or
That's
wear
what-
masks or
That's what
something.
Chris was saying. He was like, "Are you guys gonna paint your faces?"
No, that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Well, Rihanna being a DJ, she used to wear this bunny mask.
Yeah, I
because-
bought her a bunny mask by this guy that
I
like
saw
handmades
that
them.
bunny mask.
He's the same guy who did the bunny mask for that 30 Seconds to Mars video or Hurricane.
Yeah.
Like I looked up the artist and he sells all of his shit on Etsy.
They're all handmade, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Handmade leather bunny masks. They're so sick.
And I wanted to do the face paint thing because I went through this phase where I was like super into the Baseball Furies.
And
I just-
ICP.
No, not really ICP. Just- Dude, I was listening to this ICP song, and one of the lines was, I think he said something like, "What is this, son? What is this?" And he was just like questioning shit, and it was like,
I think
it
that's
was
where
a
the
weird
Magnets one
fucking
comes from.
song, dude.
I think that's where the magnets memes come from.
Oh.
Magnets, how do they work?
Oh, that's what he said. That's what he said. I was like, what the fuck?
Can you guys explain to me how you guys got on a boat?
Oh, so
yeah.
we were drinking at Kona Brewery in Hawaii Kai, and then
Well, first of all, what brought you guys
Coco Marina.
all the way over there?
the homegirl who picked me up, she lives out that way. So,
Oh, okay. okay,
and
okay.
it was my first night in it, so I just called some friends and see who wanted to meet us down there. So we're drinking there, and eating and whatever, and then we step outside and we're just walking the docks for like an hour
Yeah, we were just looking at the boats,
Yeah.
talking about being pirates.
and talking about like wishing we were on the boat.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, let's go take a shot. So we go back to Kona Brewery, but they're closed. So we're in the front and we're bitching. We're like, damn, they're closed. Now we can't drink. All this shit. Some dude walks out and he heard us and he was just like, well, the shack is open. You guys want to ride my boat? I was like,
You guys
yes.
rode the boat all the way down.
Yeah, because it was like right on the marina. So
Across
like,
the marina.
yeah, he just took us to the shack, and then he took us to his house, and he took us drifting. Like,
Oh yeah, dude was drunk.
he was drunk as fuck.
Drunk on a boat.
Damn.
His boat had no lights.
Because I saw that shit. I was like, the fuck? They're on a boat.
Yeah, so we're on the boat, and we're bumping Jim Hurdle's "Sorry Not Sorry" remix.
Oh, yeah.
And I just
yeah,
felt like I
crazy
was a
too.
fucking in a Bad Boy music video.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's the type, man. Oh yeah, and we started speeding up the boat too.
Yeah.
He just like
Yeah, and he was letting
gunned
you
it.
use driving.
He was letting us drive. Our homegirl was driving in. She's going like 6 miles an hour. So I reached around her and just like pulled the shit. Just, and she started freaking out. She's like, I didn't touch anything, I swear.
Oh, my God.
That was good fun.
That would have been funny if someone fell off right when you were like, and someone just goes off the bag.
I'd have felt so bad.
Took us to his house too, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all was in the jacuzzi and shit.
He had a jacuzzi. He
Oh,
had
yeah,
like
you
every
did.
fucking
Saw
alcohol
that
in the
in your-
world.
Again, where was the invite?
You gotta keep up, man.
Just
Last
text
minute.
everybody what you guys doing tonight.
I'm always like
I'm
that.
just gonna like every 30 minutes I'm gonna text Cozy and be like, so what's going on? Nothing. Okay.
And now,
So what's going on?
It's like timing, man.
We doing anything yet?
It'd be me. I see my friends out and like, oh, how come y'all ain't never hit me up? TFTI, but it's all good.
that's why I don't sleep. Like I'm
This
afraid of
dude,
missing
man,
things.
Ben was partying up the house for me. You didn't think to call. That one time where you like overslept like 2 hours or like hours late for the podcast. Remember?
No, I don't. When was this?
You
Was
said
that a
you
game
were-
night?
No, it was after one of your comedy shows, and said you was like up all night doing.
Oh, that
Yeah.
might have been when I took Todd Barry around.
Yeah.
So that really wasn't a party so much as like if it was the Todd Barry night, like that. What ended up happening was Todd Barry wanted to go get dinner, and one of the other comedians on the show was like, "Oh yeah, meet us here," and Todd was like, "All right, cool, we'll go there." And then so we ended up showing up there, and then we waited like an hour
Yeah.
for that guy to show up, and then he finally showed up, and he showed up with his girlfriend and kid, and then it just ended up being this really long night that like ended up being way longer than Todd wanted it to be.
Oh.
And so like we're sitting there and like having a conversation, and like, and I could tell Todd was just trying to go like, fuck, I didn't think this was gonna be such a big commitment, like, but it'd be rude if we bounced out now. And so it ended up being way later than it was supposed to be.
Yeah. It's all good.
I don't party much. I
Sounds
have
good.
board game nights. That's my party. Is I have
Yo,
a bunch of friends show up
I'll
and we
play
cook
some
some food.
Catan. You got
You
Catan?
play, you know Settlers of Catan? I don't have Catan, but I got like Battlestar Galactica, and the
Yeah,
big one
to
that we
remember how to play that, but I'll play you some Catan.
What's
The-
Catan?
it's a hex territory game, and so like you basically kind of build out your territory and you have to get supplies
And
and
the only way you can like make your territories bigger is if you trade resources with somebody.
I didn't know you play board games.
There's a lot of stuff you guys don't know about.
have you even looked at like all my board games that I have out
No,
there?
I've been here twice. I'm
My
not
collection
just-
deep. Like
I got board games out
board
the ass.
games.
I got board games I haven't even played yet.
I got cassette
Like-
tapes.
like
I
I
got
bought-
cassette tapes. I got like Tupac, All Eyes on Me. Like that's the kind of shit I have.
I bought
But
the
play board
Firefly.
games.
I bought the Firefly board game, and I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet because every time that we like start setting it up, like something happens and we end up having to leave before we can play it.
I play that. I play like Quelf. You heard of Quelf? It's more of like those trivia games, like those like super drunk ones.
I haven't
Super
heard of
fun.
any game you guys named.
Me either.
Yeah.
You know, I guarantee you probably heard of Cards Against Humanity.
Cards
never heard of
Against
Cards Against
Humanity.
Humanity?
I've heard of it.
Cards Against Humanity.
There's always
You've
something
played it.
about-
Oh no,
I haven't
no,
played
I've
it.
seen
You've played it with us.
Y'all
You've
have
been
to
here one
play
time
it.
when we played it.
Everybody
never played
fucking
it.
You would like
Instagrams it.
Catan.
Never
I think
played
you guys would definitely like Catan. It's fun.
I don't know. I don't really like to trade stuff. I don't like to get rid of things.
And
I like to gain
but there's
stuff,
also
but I don't like
there's
to lose anything.
so you have like resources, and then you have a sheet that tells you what certain combinations can give you a city. I think it is. Or
Can-
you get,
yeah,
like,
you
a
can make
building or a
different
factory,
things.
and you just basically try to like.
You gotta like
block
trade and then
everybody
like
and shit
betray
like that.
people.
It's
Yeah, like you gotta trade. You gotta like be friends with everyone, but you also gotta like fuck everyone else
nice.
over to win.
I'm
Yeah.
not like it. I'm all about betrayal.
Ooh,
In
one of-
Halo, I used to kill all my teammates.
One of my favorite ones that we don't get to play that much anymore is Munchkin, and it's sort of like a card board game where you have cards that you play out, but it's like it's kind of like just the fighting version or the fighting parts of Dungeons and Dragons, where you're playing a bunch of like different characters and you're all moving through these dungeons, and the first person to get to level 10 wins. And so when it starts out, all the monsters are like way like you're level 1, and all the monsters are way higher than you. So you all got to work together to defeat monsters, and you share treasure. And then as it gets closer and closer to someone getting to level 10, like you start backstabbing each other. And so like someone will like kick open a door, and there'll be a monster there, and like, oh, I can beat this thing real easy, and I'm gonna gain a level from this. And then like you'll play like a wandering monster card, and then like you drop like this really hard ass monster that you have in your hand, and they gotta fight the monster that they kick the door down on, and this really hard monster that you would shoot. You're like, you're gonna die and lose all your levels, bitch.
That's what you get.
Damn.
So yeah,
It's fun. Board games are fucking great.
It's interactive engagement, fun.
Yeah, I try to have a board game night pretty regularly. While you guys are at the horror show / Carmack show and whatnot,
yeah.
I was actually making a character for a pen and paper RPG called it was supposed to be World of Darkness, but we ended up playing Fantasy Age, I think. Yeah, it was Fantasy Age, so we made new characters for that, and we're about to start a whole new campaign for Fantasy Age. It was fun. I had fun doing that.
Wow.
I made a new character. So actually, the funny
a nude character.
A new character.
Oh.
It was actually kind of funny. So the way that the character creation went was we made modern day characters like so like my guy was like we ended up rolling most of the stats. So like my guy ended up being like 24 and his family's income was like 200,000 a year and shit like that. And so the backstory was like my guy was in school to become a pilot, and he was gonna like become like a test pilot and do all this stuff, and he wanted eventually to be like a NASA pilot and shit like that. And then once we have like all the character pretty much all made, he's like, okay, now the last part. Our DM goes, okay, now the last thing you have to figure out is how did you die? And so like we just instantly kill these characters, and so like they're going around the table, and one of my friends, this guy Quinn. He says that because his character was also doing something with piloting, and so his character says that his character died by accidentally crashing when he took his girlfriend up and he was gonna like propose in the plane, and then he accidentally crashed. And so like when I heard that, I was like, this motherfucker's like biting my pilot thing, and I was like, and so like it came to me and I was like, how did you die? And I was like, okay, well, I died when a fucking plane crashed into me, and like I'm just staring at Quinn while we did that. And so
That's a biter.
And so another one of our friends like ended up linking all of our deaths together. And he's like, okay, well, my guy died because when he crashed, his girlfriend's little brother like went into this sad depression and became like homeless, and then like mugged my character and ended up killing him. And so like it ended up like being this big loop of how all of us died because
Like
of
a
the same
fucking
thing.
soap opera, like the fuck.
And so when the character like, and then the story is our character's all reincarnated, but we're not on Earth anymore. We're on this like fantasy place. So like my character's now an elf, but we still have all the memories of our past life. And so now we're gonna like, now the story's gonna start where we're all kind of meeting together and realizing that like we all remember our past lives.
Dude, that's just deep as fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
it's fun.
I didn't realize those pen and paper stuff can get so like heavy into it.
Dude, it's so much fun. That's why I love playing like Dungeons and Dragons. And one of my favorite ones is Exalted, and that's like really high fantasy. The kind of dice rolls that have in Exalted is sometimes really ridiculous, especially as you get into the higher levels. Because Exalted is a White Wolf game, so it's a D10 system instead of a D20 system. And the way the D10 system is, your stats configure to how many D10s you get to roll to try and do a thing. And so it's like 7 and above is a success.
Yeah.
And 10s count as 2 successes. And you have to like, most of the time, you'll have like a dice pool of like 10 dice that you have to roll, and you have to get like 3 successes to do a moderately hard thing. But like as you get higher and higher in level in Exalted, and you become more and more powerful, what ends up happening is like I've had characters in Exalted where like I have a dice pool of like 70 dice, and so like I have to like take like 20 fucking D10s and roll it, and then like count out my successes. Then I take all the 20 again and I roll it again, and just do it over and over. And so it's like, even though like the success that I needed was only like 3, I'm still rolling 70 dice. And so it's like, yeah, you succeed, and you do it so amazingly that you like have all this shit happen. So and
like,
it gets that's called like high fantasy. And so like I mean, you're basically, you are in Exalted, you're basically playing as a god, and you're fighting like other gods. It gets really, really ridiculous.
I am God.
El Chapo.
So, what about horror show? What's coming up next for you guys?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing on.
They're gonna make
right
a pen
now.
and paper game.
Yeah, we've just parted ways. We realized that we're going in different directions, and we decided not to stay together for the kids, and
Yeah.
just
Fuck the kids.
yeah, fuck them.
But we still
So-
making music.
Yep.
Are we?
Maybe.
Maybe if we feel like it.
yeah.
The horror show's not a closed book. It's an open book, but we're in a dull part of the story right now. Is what it seems.
In the works. Well, it's actually getting pretty close to when you got to bounce. So let's start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of plugs you got? Where can people follow you on social media? What do people need to know to find your work and whatnot?
On Twitter, it is a _ Decibel Grand. I should make them all the same, right? And that makes shit easier.
Yeah.
But on Instagram, I'm Ugly Josh, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Really.
SoundCloud.
You could call me 808-397-3512. Shoot me a text if you want.
Where can people find your music?
SoundCloud.com/ SoundCloud.com/DeLaGrand -1. Should make shit easier. But I mean, if you want to find me, it ain't that hard. Figure something out. Ask somebody.
We'll post up all the links on the fucking info of this episode.
And so you got a Christmas album coming out, and
Fuck
you're gonna start dropping
Thanksgiving.
some original work too coming up in January.
Yes,
So-
a lot of music coming. I'm in a better place in life. I got 2 steady studios set up, so
Is it
expect
raining?
a lot of
Yeah, we
music.
just got the rain coming in now.
Some bitch. I brought the rain with me to Hawaii. I'm sorry, guys.
So what we got coming up on Greenleaf Check?
Greenleaf Check. We don't have anything coming up so far, but you can find me Sheikah Sheiks everything: Twitter, Periscope, Snapchat, Instagram. Yep.
You can find me at John Cozy on everything. You can just Google me, man.
Yeah.
I was
We're Googleable.
yeah, we real Google, totally Googleable.
My mom
You'll
was
find
impressed.
everything, man. Except like me and Puna was talking about like how like he's just making fun of me saying that I'm famous and shit. And I was like, yeah, man, just Google me. You find everything. So he like Googled me. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
on
only-
this. But then he's like looking through all the pictures, and it's all these like random pictures. There's one of like Barack Obama. Like, why is Obama under John Cozy on the Google
What?
search? But yeah, I'm at John Cozy on SoundCloud, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Oh, and YouTube.com/John Cozy TV, where I will be doing my blog.
Yeah.
And you can also look up the Aloha Broha podcast at alohabroha.com, and you can watch all of our previous episodes, video version on youtube.com/Aloha Broha TV. And if you want to listen to the podcast on your phone, man, just download the podcast app or whatever app you want to use, or even Stitcher and all that shit, and just look up Aloha Broha. And you can subscribe and get all the latest episodes automatically downloaded to your phone every Sunday night.
Download.
Download.
You got a few shows coming up, right? Science Bend in December and
Yes, we do.
January and February.
Yeah, we got shows coming up in December. Again, right now we're not doing anything in November, so we got 2 shows coming up for you guys in December. On December 11th, we have Kyle Kinane, and on December 19th, we have Ron Funches. Both are going on at the Crossroads at Hawaiian Brian's. You can go to squatup.com and search those names and find them. Get tickets early. It's $15 pre-sales, $20 at the door. I would suggest buying early, not because you save money, but just because like we do sell out, and you don't want to miss these shows. And then coming up in January, we have Jay Larson featuring Matt Monroe. That is also going to be at Crossroads and Hawaiian Brian's. Once again, squatup.com to do that. To find tickets there, search the name Jay Larson. And then in February, on the 27th, we have Ben Bailey from Cash Cab. He'll be down here. Also, again, Crossroads at Hawaiian Brian's, squatup.com, search Ben Bailey, and you will find tickets for that.
Is Squat Up your promotion shit?
No, that's just a ticket site.
Oh, because
And
it's the
well,
coolest fucking name ever.
Yeah,
know.
we use squatup.com because if you go through things like Ticketmasters or other shit like that, you get charged like an $8. Like the customer gets charged like an $8 service fee, and squatup.com doesn't do that.
Perfect.
So
Squad up.
squatup.com gets paid out of our end, not out of your end. So you were paying
Yo. Oh, sorry.
that money for that show. So
But
you're
your
good to go.
blind dog just navigated underneath the tripod.
Your dog
Like,
is
that
Nice.
blind.
Yeah, she's
That
deaf
was
and blind.
fucking amazing.
Deaf and blind.
Like I was like, what the fuck? She like, look at that. Like, come on, she's a big dog.
She didn't knock over anything.
She made it.
Yeah.
She didn't knock nothing. All right then. I think that's wrapping it up. Wouldn't it be weird if Bill Murray showed up right now?